many Christians engage in more antisocial acts than would otherwise be the case. They think they can get off. Psalm 55, 22 to 23 in the New International Version says, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall. But you, O God, will bring down the wicked into the pit of corruption. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men will not live out half their days." And Ecclesiastes 8:13 says, "It will not be well with the wicked, neither will he prolong his days, because he does not fear God." Unquote. Aside from the fact that the righteous do fall, wicked and deceitful people often live out more than twice the number of days they deserve, the number of days they should be allotted. And finally, Proverbs 18:22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." In view of the national divorce rate, many males no doubt look upon this verse as laughable. And many females no doubt have the same attitude toward finding a husband. In our next program, we will conclude this list of blatantly false biblical comments. Our final segment for today will entail reading a letter we received some time ago from Pennsylvania. The writer says, quote, "Christianity is indeed the most intellectually satisfying worldview there is, and although it is not something you can prove the truth of, as you take so much delight in pointing out, this is of absolutely no importance when comparing it to competing worldviews, inasmuch as no such philosophy of life, whether theistic or atheistic, can be proven." Unquote. In response to this, I said, "Your intellectual myopia," that's nearsightedness, "is rather pronounced, to say the least. For one to say that Christianity is the most satisfying worldview available borders on the ridiculous. Jews would say that of Judaism, Muslims would say that of Islam, and Buddhists would say that of Buddhism. That statement is almost too silly to merit a reply. And for you to say that that the inability of Christians to prove the truth of Christianity, quote, is of absolutely no importance, belongs in the realm of the mind-boggling. If that's true, then every satisfying belief is as credible and believable as all the others. Whether a philosophy is true or provable becomes of no significance. All that counts is whether or not it's psychologically satisfying, a wholly arbitrary and unreliable standard. And many believers in other philosophies heatedly contend their beliefs are provable. And for you to say that nothing can be proven is merely an opinion that will remain as such until you can show that believers in competing philosophies are also unable to substantiate their beliefs and ideas." Our apologist continues by saying, quote, "The satisfactions of Christianity derive from the fact that it offers answers to all of the major questions of life. But even more, it offers hope. It holds out the promise that there is, in fact, meaning to life." Unquote. To this I said, "What kind of response is this? Virtually every philosophy offers answers to all of life's major questions. They're more than glad to comply. That's no problem. The problem is that the answers are either wrong or unprovable in many instances. And virtually every philosophy offers hope of some kind. That's no problem either. If they didn't, they wouldn't be in demand. Again, the problem is whether or not the hope is well-founded and justified. Narcotics, religions, cults, the occult, horoscopes, astrology, mystics, New Age, and a wide variety of other superstitions and mental escapes also offer hope for a better life. If they didn't, they wouldn't be around very long. But does that mean they are true or valid? Yes, Christianity holds out the promise that there is meaning in life, but it doesn't prove real meaning is to be found through acts and beliefs outlined in the Bible. There could very well be real meaning that is not found through Christianity. It's not a choice between Christianity and no hope whatever, as you're trying to paint it, but a choice between competing philosophies, including Christianity, all of which claim to offer hope. Our apologist continues, quote, "Atheism, on the other hand, offers nothing but emptiness, hopelessness, and despair," unquote. To this I said, what an inaccurate comment. Atheists and others who don't base their lives on belief in a nebulous, unsubstantiated afterlife of sweet bliss have always been in the forefront of those most concerned with the improvement of this world and everything in it. After all, it only stands to reason that those most convinced that this world is all there is are going to be among those most concerned with improving the world as we see it. They have been and always will be in the leadership of the fight against emptiness, hopelessness, and despair, and have always felt that if man is ever going to abolish the bad aspects of life, then that will have to materialize here and now, because nothing is going to be bestowed later. This world is all we have, and we better make the most of it. A logical deduction from this view is that conditions will only improve when man rolls up his